Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market alert for Wednesday, March 16th. It looks like stocks on Wall Street will open relatively flat despite a rebound in Japanese shares. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 index jumped nearly 6% overnight, after tumbling more than 16% over the previous two sessions. Traders are taking some comfort from the Bank of Japan's efforts to inject a massive amount of short-term liquidity to the country's banks. But the continued threat of a major nuclear radiation leak is keeping most investors on edge. Japan's rebound is extending to most other Asian markets. China's Shanghai Composite gained more than 1%.
Europe, on the other hand, is not participating in the rally. Stocks there are broadly lower after Moody's Investor Service downgraded Portugal's long-term debt rating. Moody's cut Portugal by 2 notches, from A1 to A3, bringing it in line with Standard & Poor's. Both rating agencies also have negative outlooks on the country. The move was not a surprise, and it comes amid a fight over the Portuguese government's efforts to impose a further round of austerity measures. That's fueling more speculation that Portugal will eventually have to ask for assistance from the European Union and the International Monetary Fund. Greece and Ireland were forced into a similar situation by slow growth and rising borrowing costs before they accepted similar bailouts.
Here in the U.S., investors are still keeping an eye on Japan's nuclear crisis, as well as increasing violence in Bahrain. Officials there declared a state of emergency as troops attacked protesters in the nation's capital, and the Saudi military entered the country. Combined with the continued violence in Libya, the situation is driving crude oil prices back around $99 a barrel. They had fallen close to $96 earlier this week, on expectations that demand from Japan will slow. But today's rebound in Japanese stocks is also lending some support to other commodities. Gold is recovering from 4-week lows and is now trading back above $1,400 an ounce.
U.S. investors are also digesting data on producer prices and housing starts for February and the current account balance for the fourth quarter. We'll bring you those numbers on all of the reports later this morning. On the corporate front, keep an eye on microchip designer Rambus. It's jumping more than 8% in the pre-market after it renewed a patent license with Toshiba. But one likely stock decliner today is insurance company ACE. It expects first quarter losses of $200 to $250 million related to the Japanese earthquake. ACE is dropping about 1.5% ahead of the bell. That's the latest from Weiss Research. We'll be back after the open with all the market reaction.